Oh, wow. I like being right on occasions like this because I had that feeling in the back of my head that maybe Dricus was going to win. Not because he's more skilled than Robert. Obviously, Robert has the better resume. But I thought that, yeah, there was going to be some banana peel slip that was going to allow Dricus to move forward and get that Adesanya fight. Now, I don't think that that was Robert taking a dive at all. He got a jab. Robert clenched up, and Dricus also was expecting return fire because you could tell Dricus had a lot of respect for Robert going into this fight. And that's what I thought would be a defining factor because every time you see these young, cocky guys, they think they could take on the number one and then they get hit. But if they actually, at their heart, respect what this guy is, Robert Whittaker, who is a middleweight, basically, if Adesanya didn't exist, he'd be the champ. All right. And Dricus is just he respected everything. And you know what? He got the right time, and you could tell, like, as soon as he got that jab, he goes back, waiting for a return fire. He didn't get it, and he's like, oh, he's stunned, and then he capitalized on, which is pretty a goofy way to win. But here's the thing about Dricus, is it's a very human fight that I see come from Dricus. It's authentic. You could see that, yeah, no, he's got those reactivities. And we try really hard. Like anybody who probably walks into that octagon wants to have that badass persona that they're a master and know what they're doing, which, on a fighting scale on paper, I'm pretty sure they're better than like 99.9% of the people who sign up for martial arts. That's why they're in the UFC. It's not an easy thing to do. But we always like to think that these guys are superhuman. They're just very physically talented, but they are human and they're very capable of their flaws and their personalities and everything like that, which is okay. But Drick is kind of his fighting style mimics that a little bit. He's very authentic. He's kind of a goofball. But you know what? I like that about him. Now, the whole South Africa versus Africa stuff, I just think that any sort of racially motivated title fight is just like kind of like odd to me. I mean, I know that there's a lot of different people who live in a lot of different places. There's even Americans who have moved to China and stuff like that, and Americans who have moved all over the place. People from, Central America have moved to Egypt or something like that. So, I mean, I don't know the full history. I'm going to be honest about that. But I got to be honest. I feel like Israel Adesanya might know that this might be a very challenging title fight, at least for him, because there's a lot of textbook style martial arts that you could look at on tape, but with Dricus, you're kind of getting some authentic cartoonish thing that kind of just shows that sometimes those techniques aren't the golden key, and maybe he's just a beast. I've never seen someone be able to finish Robert Whittaker like that, and to see Adesanya struggle to finish Robert Whittaker in the second fight, now seeing Dricus beat Robert and finish him, I think Dricus has a pretty good shot of winning that belt. Now, I don't know how he's going to match against Adesanya's style, but he's going to watch those leg kicks. He's going to watch those question mark kicks for sure. And yeah, I think Adesanya was forcing that trash talk a little too much. I mean, I'm not going to repeat what he said, but I that was a cringy moment. Plus, I think his voice got a little deeper. I think he's probably on another alleged cycle, to be honest, because I really do think that Adesanya is on something. There's a lot of evidence to, or at least speculate on, that he's probably doing something he shouldn't be doing. But yes, I think Dricus is such a talent that no one really wants to admit to. And Adesanya knows this. I don't think that Adesanya is, you know, scared, but he does acknowledge that there is a threat. A better threat than you want to give him credit for, because although Adesanya's style is flashy, Dricus just, there's something about him where you get that something is just guiding him to this belt. Because say what you want about those first performances against Till and Brunson and now against Whittaker, But that Whittaker was a very convincing fight that he does know what he's doing in that octagon. And I am looking very forward to seeing this title fight. But yes, this was an anomaly. No one saw this coming, and it just happened. So I'm kind of just celebrating being right now, and we'll see about that title shot. But I think Dricus has something. We'll see.